Speedbird 851, turn right heading 180. Order 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established.
Hey everyone, welcome back to DJ's Aviation. The Indian aviation industry is one that never sleeps, with developments from airlines within the country constantly occurring. It's been now a few months since I last covered Jet Airways, and when I left them on the channel, it was on rather negative terms, with the airline reporting huge losses and potentially facing an imminent shutdown. Since then, the airline hasn't necessarily progressed in fixing its losses, but major changes have been made, and today my plan is to go over everything that's happened since I last covered them. We begin with the latest bit of news, and that is in relation to losses. It has now been reported that the airline has made a $178 million loss for the third quarter. This comes as the airline attempts to deal with higher than average fuel prices, and also the low-cost units throughout India offering cheaper flights than them. The airline's troubles began just months ago when it reported it was unable to pay its staff on time due to cash constraints. To attempt to fix these losses, the airline has said that it'll be welcoming on board further Boeing 737 MAXs, which will mean it can cut out all uneconomical routes. The 737 MAX also means it can save extra money on select routes it wants to continue to operate. While these changes won't make a huge difference, high-ranking officials believe it will aid them greatly in the long term. It doesn't stop there for Jet Airways. Tata are eyeing an investment in the airline. This is according to people who are close to the matter. While immediately this may seem like a good idea, Tata would only invest in the airline if they came out with a majority stake in Jet Airways. This would mean that the airline would leave the hands of the founder of the airline for the first time ever. It's unknown whether at this stage Jet Airways would be open to this sort of thing, but no doubt Tata taking a majority stake would be something to consider, and apparently they are talking about it. This investment would allow Jet Airways' problems to ease dramatically. However, should they not wish to take this potential offer, it's going to be a difficult time for the airline to try and come out of this financial rut, with airlines like Indigo offering a better alternative for Indians wishing to travel throughout the country and also internationally. Indigo just recently converted part of their A320neo order to the larger A321neos, and this therefore gives them added capacity on select routes the aircraft will go on. Match that with their lower than average prices and more people will be inclined to find them and fly with them. This is a problem which has been present for some time now across the industry. More and more carriers are simply struggling to keep up with the way the industry is moving and where it's headed in the future. Etihad Airways also has a share in the company which is at 24%. The stake hasn't yet been dropped despite Etihad's struggling nature and also Jet Airways' struggling nature. If Tata are successful and do take a majority stake, they will further boost their footprint within the aviation industry, with also having ventures in the likes of Singapore Airlines and AirAsia. However, a spokesperson for Jet Airways has said that this is totally speculative. However, it is worth mentioning, when reports of a loss first came to light, they also denied this. Of course, that ended up being true. What are your thoughts on the situation at Jet Airways? Let me know, as always, in the comment section below. I'd like to thank you very much for tuning into this video of mine, and I do very much look forward to you all joining me in the next one.